Hello and welcome back. I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Chat spamming pause, 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 and then as soon as I'm about to unpause, someone's like, no pause! Anyway, I decided that we're gonna just do like speed 5. We're gonna wait for Imperialism, the Imperialism CB at Tech 23. Because we have to play for like 100 years anyway to get the religious stuff done. So let's just play on speed 5. Ready, set, go. Victor, wow us with your power. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. That's a, what is that? That's from Rick and Morty, right? The big flying heads that they want you to show you what you got. So yeah, we'll just kind of like play on speed 5 and... Oh, you know what? That's why. I was gonna say, the game's running kind of poorly and I still don't know why, but it runs worse on game capture than it does on monitor capture, which is crazy. So hopefully by going back to monitor capture, the game will speed up. Yeah, seems faster now. That makes no sense at all. It's the exact opposite on Victor, or Predigar. Lose meritocracy to gain monies. Okay. Just buy it back. Attrition? Are we suffering attrition? Yeah, oh yeah, whoops. Whoopsie. Whoops, whoopsie. That's not where they're supposed to all be standing. Here, one more month or so of attrition, no big deal. Yeah, whatever, it's just a bunch of kids that died. No one cares, really, right? Supply here is 56. Let's go down to like a 55 stack, pull these guys over to the next thing. Let's have these guys head over to here. Get a general drill on that one. You guys can drill. We're just gonna spend some time drilling. 34 stack is still dying. Where? Oh, that one? Yeah. It's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. Don't think of the children. The children don't matter, okay? Lords of Pegu, one of our vassals. We just vassalized these people. At the end of the stream yesterday, I was doing some stuff. Atlas just died. Now that's a quote. What's my quote? Oh, my ankle is massive? Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one too. So we have everyone drilling except for the 50 stack of repressing infantry. They don't really, I think, need to repress right now though. Is it called repress? It's not repress, it's suppress, but repressing sounds better to me. Max manpower of 283,000. I wonder how much time we can get by if we just let the game run and we don't unpause, ever. Except for events that stop us and stop the game from running. People are doing stuff and things. Apparently I only have one colonist. That's fine. He valiantly died serving his country by standing with too many other people in the same spot. Yes. That's what the graveyard's gonna say for these poor gents. So, let's not take tech early, although we could. Lose 5,000 ducats from mercantilism. I mean, that's a lot. Okay. Whatever. Just 5,000 ducats. Let's just build more universities. That'll make me feel better. There. See? I was considering we could, like, maybe go attack the Mughals while they're losing their defender in 2 separate wars. We could go return to Sang's cores. This is a situation, though, where speed 5 is probably better for the sake of the campaign. Maybe build stuff? I just did. What else would we build? I mean, I think when you're at 100 innovativeness, we don't even need to be efficient with our development. Let's just do... Seriously, I'm just going to auto-click away all our dev. Ready? All of our monarch points. Ready, set, go. No more admin points. Okay, now we'll sort by dip. No more dippo points. Sort by mill. No more mill points. All gone. Auto click. Easy! That's all you have to do. Do I have a backup before the speed 5 time? Of course not. Now, I have no idea if it did a good job there or not. Probably not, but who cares? Doesn't matter, all the monarch points went away. Problem's gone. Reduced trade regulations. And apparently we've almost nearly integrated this guy already. That's cool. Next parliamentary debate is... This is a little bit late, the Diplo annexation discount. I don't think we're going to be integrating anyone for a while. Let's just take money. because I think that we're going to want to do a lot of money stuff for a while. Take sides, grant autonomy, we'll bribe. Corruption a few times. It's just a little bit of corruption, no big deal. Take sides. Ignore some corruption, take some sides. A little diplo support, admin support. Sure, whatever, it's fine, it's all good. Okay. Okay, we're only making 270 gold. Why? Oh, because of the corruption. Right, of course. Bum, 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 bum. Won't you lose cores on your subjects? What do you mean? How many tributaries do we have? This many. There are those. Mali, Songhai, and some of the guys over here are the biggest, but apparently Songhai's been being killed by Mali. It's not very nice of him. Whatever. Integration is a slow process. Oh my god, the fool had turned off his forts. Not cool. Looks like we need more forts anyway, and now that we own the land, we can actually delete his stupid buildings. He built some stupid ones, like temples. We'll still stick with level 1, although I actually think economically we're doing fine, and fully maintained forts is a problem. So let's start by upgrading as many as we can to level 4. It's the same overall time cost to upgrade from 2 to 6, but going to 6 forts would probably be a bit expensive. And I want to build more buildings. Are we going to kill the Ethiopians for Christian religion? It appears that we have enough of the different groups anyway. I'm not really even sure where they all came from. But we're allowed to do all of them, so I don't see any reason to attack anybody. Aside from the people that we need here. The Miriki Conflagration. Conflagrate. Wasn't that a spell in World of Warcraft? Doesn't that mean like setting people on fire? Lose ducats. Gain devastation. Lose money. Gain devastation. Or just gain devastation. Huh. Oh, immolate. Yeah, immolate setting something on fire, but I thought conflagrate was like then further doing something else to it. Let's see if we can get enough money that we don't have to take a loan. I'll still be, you know, a little thrifty if I can. We just wait one more tick. Now I think we can take it. Good stuff. Bum, 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 bum. Delhi is dying. Our subjects don't matter. I don't really care about their lands. However, I do want to theoretically attack Ayutthaya. He's got our clay. I almost feel like this interface needs to be adjusted. There's certain information on this building screen that doesn't make sense here. I always have to open it to look at estates. And estates, as far as I know, estates have very little to do with buildings. So it'd be great if the estates interface was like out here, not in here. Just a thought. Bum, bum, bum. Alright, so we're like only 10 minutes into this episode, and yet we've passed how many years? I don't know. Time's flying. It's good. We died. Empress Consort Regent Ui Hui Sung. She's 30. Our heir is only 4. Poor Babby. See if we can make some more manufactories, I guess. Bum bum. Bum 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 bum. How many reforms have we passed? I think we've done 3 or 4. We're about to be able to do the 4th. Ah, devastation. Yikes. Devastation from what? From this one event that I ignored? Yes, of course. Indeed it was. It's gonna come back, but reconstruction helps control friendly forts. Bum, 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 bum. I think we should just dev this problem away, honestly. Bum, bum. I should have done it as soon as the event popped up, right? Not even that difficult to dev away, honestly. Seriously, did we lose all of that growth because of one? Yeah. Pretty much because of one damn province. Tributaries, 12.12. Prosperity, 0.08. Our previous ruler had 0.05. We were at like 0.3, roughly. Diplo points on a fish province. It's not great, but fish aren't awful. They're not as bad as like livestock or grain. Also, yes, we lost stab. It's also part of it. 1444. It's time to go back to the beginning of the game. Hey, lose harmonization progress, or don't. I think we don't. That's awesome. That's like 4 extra years of harmonization. That's gonna save us so much time. Lose admin points or 5,000 ducats. Honestly, I'll take the admin point loss. At this stage, that's too much of a money ratio. I wonder what the exact threshold is where it flips for me and the money doesn't make, like, it doesn't make sense. Because 5,000 ducats for 50, you're paying 100 gold per admin point. Like, I would never pay that much for an advisor exchange rate. This is, like, amazingly good, but probably around, like, 3 ducats to 1 is my threshold. How would buildings that generate small amounts of admin points make sense, like universities? That's, like, the exact opposite direction of the game development. A long time ago, you used to have to spend monarch points to build buildings. You're suggesting that buildings should generate monarch points? That favors big nations too much. Big nations would have more buildings, big nations would get more monarch points. That's not fair. It's not about, like, equality or anything. It's just about... the game balance would be thrown off massively if, like, Russia had 50 monarch points a month. Alright, so I think we need to hire some generals, not necessarily because we need them for combat, but because our armies aren't drilling, and that's not okay. So, you're not going to be spectacular, but who shall lead? Let's get a few guys. We need 3. Truces are up, time for war. Now, we're just going to wait. We're going to just literally do nothing for like 50 years. I'm serious. Brixified. We're just going to sit and do absolutely nothing, because if we do absolutely nothing, eventually we'll get imperialism, and that's just way easier for me. Evil, lowercase, evil, Bob the Bob. Because, like, the thing that's going to slow the campaign down the most is our requirement to get the harmonization done. So we might as well just let the time pass now, wait till we have a better casus belli. Cowfer. Cowfer. Alright, not bad. A couple of you guys are pretty good. I mean, you're good enough to drill, not really good enough to convince me to take us off to war or anything. Since we're doing nothing with our ships, we might as well just mothball the whole transport fleet. We haven't actually checked our ship count for quite a while. We have such a dominance of our primary nodes that I suppose there's 5 ducats being lost now due to Bruni, the other people. Let's grab some of these ships out, have them help out in here, and then let's just add some more ships. Yep, good amount. Okay. We've granted, we're now 100% professionalism. General cost minus 50%. Army drill gain modifier minus 100%. Or, yeah. Army drill gain modifier plus 100%. So, our armies will be well drilled. Is it spreading their production out properly? Unlikely, but I don't really care. The reason why I queue them like that is to try to make it balance ship production. Right? Like, you could create a template, or you could, like, build them manually, but by spam clicking that button with an auto clicker, it queues one at a time, over and over and over again. And it usually does a fairly okay-ish job. It's not perfect. Like, there's some places over here that are only having 1 ship queued instead. And clearly it'd be better to have, like, 3 here and 3 there, but whatever. It's good enough. How relevant is drilling, or is it something you were doing just because you can't, because of time, or because we can? Well, if you drill 100% of your force limit, you gain 1 professionalism per year. We're already at 100% professionalism, so we don't need it. But there is a benefit to being drilled. At max drill, you get 20% movement speed and minus 10% shock fire damage taken, and plus 10% shock damage fire dealt. So there's still value in doing it. 200 over force limit? Yeah, but it's a moving target. By the time all the ships are queued up and actually, like, completed, we'll have more naval force limit. Besides, we're actually on track to have, and this is important, we're going to have 376 lights that are currently built, plus 262 that are on progress. 638 means that we're only 14.5% over our naval force limit in light ships, and I usually like to have light ships equal to naval force limit as my general ratio. They start to get more expensive if you exceed the force limit, but their cost is really negligible compared to other ship types and other units. It's not nearly, the formula is nowhere near as bad as it is with land force limit. With land force limit, you go 10% over the limit, you pay 10% extra on the whole damn army. With ships, it's not that way. So you can ignore the number for the most part. Plus, again, like I said, it takes time. Like, it's going to take how many years? There are 8 ships queued up here. Each of them takes like a year to build. 229 days. So that means that it's going to take like 6 years. Why only have light ships? Because only light ships have trade power. They're the only ones that actually make money. All the other ships just cost money. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. This is the university's map mode. We're teaching all the kids how to read good. So at least we got that going for us. By the end of this campaign, all the kids will be able to read good. Rebels. Yeah, we have some rebels. It's true. Suppose we could actually suppress with the suppress stack. Just trying to drill with them a little bit. But, get that in place. Take care of the problem. Darang. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, it's almost gone. We see the European Trade Map mod. The European Trade Map mode, maybe? That's what you're trying to ask for? It still looks the same as normal. I'm confused. What do you mean? Again, I'm using universities as a gold sink. I'm not really... Don't take this to mean that this is the best way to spend your money. It's not bad, but technically if you want it to be more efficient, you should only build universities in provinces you'll actually develop. And I mentioned this yesterday, the only reason I build them everywhere is because then I don't have to think about where to develop, because I'll just know there's a university everywhere. Some random place, Luttingshan, it has a university. So the dev cost gets quite low. Plus, rather than try to like develop good trade goods, this way works as well, because if you sort by cost, usually it's going to put the places at the top that already have a university. On the off chance that they're actually super inexpensive to develop before the university, then yeah, you're technically missing out on some monarch points you could have saved, but that's okay. Yeah, seriously. It's very much like an Oprah Winfrey, you get a university, you get a university. That's how I do it. We should probably also start maybe protecting a little bit in Canton. Once we have... Yeah, some more of these ships have popped out. Where's the fleet? I'm gonna grab... Did you know you could do this? I don't know if I've mentioned this in a while. They disabled... For some reason, Paradox disabled the button that allows you to, like, rebalance the army. Where's the button for that? It's one of these up here. Reorganize units. You can only reorganize when 2 units are selected. That's not the one. It's the create new unit button. It's disabled while they're on a mission. You can't create a new fleet since the fleet is currently on a trade mission. But you can just go split, reorganize, and then it's kind of the same thing. So Paradox is just, you know, making an extra step for fun. Let's send 100 ships to the Canton node. Can Jimmy have a university, please? Sure. Our income's up to 460, so it's grown by about 10%. Roughly. Since a little while ago. State maintenance. Do we have any edicts on? Yes, we have the dev cost edict. Let's get that off. Do you think if they made something like Victoria 2's literacy into EU and link it with universities, it would make sense to build them? Universities make sense to build. Universities are very, very good. I mean, you're not operating under the assumption that universities are bad, are you? because that's not correct. They are good. When I'm saying I'm building them this way and don't follow this as like a guide, I just mean that technically there's a better way than this to do it. That's not saying that this isn't a good thing to do. Universities, especially if you have economic ideas or you're stacking any kind of development, then you definitely want to do development. And you want universities for that. Oh hey look, we can gain a whole bunch of autonomy everywhere. Or the Neo-Confucian reformers can get mad. Well, they're at 90.8% influence. That's fine, I don't care. The autonomy will come down super fast. It'll be super easy, barely an inconvenience. In fact, we can probably just lower it right now because we have outrageously low unrest. Where was this at the start of the Age of Absolutism, right? I mean, that would have been amazing for back then. What about using manufactories as a gold sink? You mean like this? This is universities, or sorry, this is manufactories map mode. This is universities map mode. We've already used them as a gold sink. And some of these we can't build because there just aren't enough building slots, and it's not my fault. You'll notice, this is actually kind of interesting. Notice how the land that I started out with is perfect. The only reason that there are provinces out there that don't have universities is because the AI screwed up. I guarantee in every single one of these situations, the AI has built a building that I would not have built. And they built it before I conquered it, and therefore that's why when I'm trying to like go through my workshop manufactory combo, it's just not working. So yeah, if we wanted to be really meticulous, we would have to go through and delete all these temples that are barely causing anything of an effect versus the manufactories, which would be far better. But I find it to be quite tedious. Workshop castle. Okay, in this case, this is my fault because I built a castle. A temple and a 2 base tax province. A marketplace in a 9 development province with no estuary or center of trade. What are they thinking? Right? It's just wrong. Jesus. Alright. Well, I suppose I'm gonna take a short break here, since it is about that time, and continue to complain about the AI building temples in stupid steppe territory. But, yeah. Castle. This one it just requires... Probably should have made sure to build the marketplace. Sorry, the manufactory first. But, it's not really super necessary at this point to actually, like, go through and do this. Yep, trade depot in a 6 dev grassland steppe province, that makes sense. Sure, game, sure. I see what you're doing. Workshop, yep, another trade depot, good job, good job. Trade depot, mm-hmm. Alright, I'm gonna take a short break here, and I guess we'll do this between episodes, because it is correct to remove these, in my opinion, but it's not the most engaging gameplay for YouTube or Twitch, but hey, people on Twitch are stuck. People on YouTube can be saved. Alright, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you in the next episode. See you soon.